Samanan, guys. If you're looking at my face and I'm puffy, it's because I've been sleeping the whole day, not feeling well. But anyway, the times that I've been awake, today, yesterday, I've been following the case or the case, what do we call it? I've been following the incidents of Mbalenhle Nkomo. Mbalenhle is a lady, Joburg lady, no, originally from Swaziland, Swati lady, who was kidnapped, allegedly kidnapped, on her way to a all-night prayer that you guys have, So it was an all-night prayer, watwati, in the middle of Joburg, and she was then allegedly kidnapped. They then spotted the car in Ladysmith or around Ladysmith, around those areas. The kidnappers, the alleged kidnappers, then panicked because they couldn't find one of the trackers in the car, and then decided to turn around and then drop her off back in Joburg Sunday. So the family was posting, concerned, obviously, like rightfully so, concerned. The husband went on national TV, just again concerned as well around the safety of his wife. Obviously, family members very concerned, posting it on social media, just again around the kidnapping of Usisi Mbalenhle. And yeah, man, guys, we also understand the landscape of South Africa, and also it's about kidnapping, about rape, about shower, about bulalwa. But this specific one, this specific incident, in a thing, lo sis kidnapping yakhe inobo snacks, yabona snacks yona kidnapping yalo sisi, because yena uthe ufonile, his husband called her on her way to the prayer on Friday. Unfortunately, she was driving, so I think she then text saying that she's be stuck behind traffic or intention, And then at a later stage, she then said, what made her late to the prayer, what was because there was an accident, on the way, en route to the prayer. And then later she said she actually didn't make it to the prayer, because she had initially said she got to the prayer service late, and then she said she actually didn't get to the prayer service. So traffic that then was an accident, or maybe it was caused by an accident, when the traffic officials, or when they checked the records of the traffic patterns that occurred that day, the accident wasn't there. The accident wasn't, it wasn't picked up by traffic reporters. So this accident, and then she got kidnapped, on Friday, which again is incredibly painful, incredibly sad. It's nothing that we'd wish upon anyone, whether it's your partner, whether it's your siblings, whether it's a man. We don't want that. In this country, we've got thousands and thousands of people that get kidnapped every year, and it's very dark, it's very disgusting. But Usisi wa kidnap, unfortunately, on that Friday, and then obviously KZN to come weekend. The reason why they picked up her whereabouts around Ladysmith areas, because there's cameras on the highway, and one of the cameras then picked her up there. Not saying which they didn't make themselves to whatever destination they were planning to get to. They might have been going to Durban, they might have been going to past, we don't know where they could have ended up before making that U-turn. These trafficking syndicates, these human trafficking syndicates, have a reach far and wide across all provinces, so we never know where they were going. So Hlampe, they were going to Belito, by the coast. Hlampe, they were going to Mhlanga, by the coast, on the beach. Maybe the kidnappers, like offering a cocktail, my prawns. Yes, my kidnappers, which I was saying, kind of, some kidnappers are messed up, they fucked up, they will be like, hey, let's go to Masimtoti, I want us to relax, let's blow, man, ice cream, change the weather, bona, and then my kidnappers is bait, And lama kidnappers, some of them, they're good at the kidnapping part, but they're not good at like finding the tracker for the car, part. So these ones couldn't find the tracker for the car. So no, I'm a hijacker. No, I'm a hijacker. Hey, but I'm a hijacker kidnap. Kusho ukuthi baya hijacker, but baya moonlighter as a kidnapper. So can you be hijacker? Bavele bathi yo asisase sim kidnapper no sis. Yabona, instead of just saying, hey, phuma wena la emotweni fusak, phuma, and then taking the car and going, no, they were like, no, let's keep her. And I've heard those things tend to happen, especially if you got like those high-end new cars, those new cars, because what they want to do, they want to take their time finding a tracker. Usisi yena bangicabanga uhamba ngeFiesta, iFord Fiesta, that nje level of car. So mhlampe to the kidnappers that might be a premium car. Thina imoto icishe ibe njalo uyabona kithi ngoba abantu abafani may not be yabona kithi imoto enjalo tends to have, if you've ever had, I've had a car stolen, got stolen twice. I used to drive a Ford Ranger buggy, and once you get past a certain price point, they put multiple trackers in the car, multiple tags. So imoto njenge Fiesta tends to have one, if that, but yabona lama hijacker kidnapper, they didn't know their job, and apparently, again, allegedly, they then kidnapped the wrong person. So they didn't do the detail work. When they saw, they just saw what's it, kidnap black female, and then they didn't read the name properly and so normally kidnappers tend to use their own vehicle, kidnappers tend to use their own vehicle so that when there's an investigation, people say, what caught it? Oh, we don't know. They just grabbed the girl, they kidnapped her. But these kidnappers, I guess they were taxi or something. So but we are also hijackers, so we can hijack and kidnap at the same time. And then, mese sihambe siya la ikhona so that sizokwazi kahle yabona uplana into zethu. But that didn't work out. Mhlawumbe kuphela upetrol, angazi. Angazi nami, guys. I'm still following this case. I'm still very much involved in following this case. And I said I'm sick, so it's also the medication, because I'm trying to find out where the kidnappers sent out for like a ransom. Like kidnappers tend to do that. If you want your daughter, you must pay us 10 million. They normally have all these things that they want in exchange for. Sisi was quite lucky because there's no ransom. As I'd said, they had said with maybe they kidnapped the wrong person. And with that being said, the wrong person in the wrong car. So it's not like they can sell the car. Like if you want a Fiesta, you 2000. So it's not like they can sell the car. So then when they came back to Joburg, they just dropped her off and the car at a petrol station. They parked right in front of a camera. So they were like, a or he, because we just saw one guy come out the car, so it was one guy that came out. I'm not too sure if there was multiple people that kidnapped and hijacked initially, but in terms of the dropping off, it was one guy who just managed to drop off this one lady in her car, so 1-1 type of thing. And the passenger side where the lady was on, the window was open, fully open, so it nice was really fresh air. If I was a kidnapper, like I'd be like, get a poutine. Yeah, when fucking cable ties and the whole thing, like movie, put like an apple or something. Because sending mistakes, I can put wrong. I'll see people on the passenger and be a passenger princess. Windows down, great, wind in your hair, umnand. Let me actually just park here at this petrol station, right in front of the camera, so that the camera can see my face. Just in case anyone wants to know, Wuti pela kuluva boy minang sub next type of thing. But again, sometimes, as I said, some kidnappers and some traffickers, they're not the smartest people, so some obviously will make these fumbles, But again, guys, I've said, man, as we're in a banana republic, we run by mafia. We always just run by mafia. Like, they don't even respect us. They just drop off our sisters. You know, how dare you kidnap my sister on a Friday evening and bring her back on a Sunday for a weekend in Durban? How dare you do that? Shame on you. Shame on you, kidnapping my sister and then dropping her back off here in Joburg where you kidnapped her. Opening the back seat to take out your jacket. Like, why? Why? Like, really? That like it's your car, you criminal. No. So I hope justice, is served to the criminals of South Africa, and we just want healing and peace for Usisi in her very traumatized state, and healing and peace to the family, kunzima la ngaphandle, man, and it's hard for women, I'm part of, like, you need to believe all women these days, all women go through the worst, and women are amazing, and they're kind and they're loving, and they never lie. Women never ever, there's no woman ever that have lied, if, even Eve was convinced by a snake, so she saw a talking snake and she was like, hey, Adam didn't see the snake. Adam in the Bible, if you go back to Genesis, there's no reference to Adam seeing or hearing a snake. The snake didn't speak to Adam at all, but it spoke to Eve, and then Eve relayed the message, and then the same way that with Mary, Joseph didn't see the angel of, the angel that told, he just had to believe all women. So Adam believed Eve, even though he didn't see the snake. Joseph believed Mary, even though he didn't see the angel that said that God is going to knock up your wife. He just believed. And I'm choosing, or we as men, as good men, we must then believe all women, and because we weren't there, so we don't know the story, but we believe what they tell us, and then we will support them in every way, But then again, justice to all victims. And again, the law must do its due diligence. But let me know in the comments if you guys have any information. Please go to your local police station, file reports, send them to help so we can catch these criminals. We can't live in constant fear like this. This is not on. Share this video far and wide again for awareness, so that we can get to the bottom of this. Justice must be served. Again, guys, like, subscribe, notification bell, all those good things. I'm out.